Pregame.com.
And welcome back to Pregame.tv. Ken Thomson with the All-Star Vegas runner. It's actually the All-Star team, the A-team, Marco D'Angelo back east. So we've started a new trend here with KT and VR. And we're going to talk a little NBA basketball now. Spurs up 2-0, taking care of business in both games at home. Nearly let one slip away in Game 2, and I know we were on opposite sides. You cashed. I didn't in Game 2. I had San Antonio. As Chuck will tell me, I was on the right side.
Wrong
the right
outcome.
side to me is cashing the ticket at the end of the day. I don't care if I get lucky or how it works out. You cashed. I did not. 15-2 down the stretch. Memphis closes out San Antonio, and then Spurs outscore them by 4 in OT, but missed 2 free throws by Parker and Joseph down the stretch that could have pushed or actually covered the line. Hey, either way, when you're cashing a ticket, you'll take it. But I liked San Antonio a lot there. Now they go back to Memphis, and we know how dominant the Grizzlies have been on their home court. VR, 19 out of 20 now since the regular season, the 1 loss in regular season to the Clippers. But they have been dominant, and that's where Zach Randolph has really excelled on his home court, which will help out Gasol, because let's face it, even though Randolph had 15 in Game 2, he has struggled mightily in the first 2 games.
He has. He got it going a little bit in Game 2, a lot better than Game 1, but still, 3 for 8 from the free throw line. He's got to do better than that. With that said, it's one of those things like you touched on, do you want to feel like you're on the right side, or do you want to cash a ticket? And when we left here, we were doing videos, and Fezzik said, you want to know the score? I said, give it to me. He said, Memphis is down 15 or 16 at the half. I said, I'm done. Someone told me, I didn't even watch the end of the game. Someone told me I covered, and I got happy. I thought it was a loser. With that said, here's the thing. Memphis is one of the most undervalued teams in the NBA all season. And if you look right now in the standings as far as their record, San Antonio has only won 2 games more than them. And nothing supports my claim that they're undervalued than the ATS mark. San Antonio is 2 games under 500 ATS, and yet they won 58 games, 58 and 24. Won 71% of their games straight up. Memphis, who's won 68% of their games straight up, is 12 games above 500 ATS. So to me, the market hasn't caught up with Memphis still. And I think at home, that's the side I want to play. Anytime a team is 27th in the league in scoring, you got to be number 1 in the league in points allowed, or else you're going to be an awful team. And Memphis is number 1 in points allowed. They gave up 105 in Game 2, but they only gave up 93 with overtime in Game 2. So for me, their defense is stepping up a little better. It's improving as the series goes on. I like Memphis in Game 3.
Yeah, here's the thing, because they don't have any flashy shooters, and they traded Rudy Gay away. A lot of people say, well, that was the scorer. But when you're going to shoot around same way J.R. Smith did for the Knicks in the playoffs, who cares? Who wants a percentage like that? This team has a lot of chemistry. And at home.
Because they got to play that blue-collar style, so they have to. It's crazy. Usually when you like a favorite, you want to kind of go with the over because you want to keep seeing scoring. But I think we got the makings of a real low-scoring game, too. I just see them hitting some free throws at the end and extending that lead.
There you go. So we know VR likes Memphis in Game 3. I'm going to give you my play now, and I'm going to make it official on Game 3, San Antonio and Memphis. And I'm going to also go with Memphis. So I like to have the backing of VR. I like the Grizzlies at home. They have been dominant at home. And I do like the game to go under as well. I think this game's going to be somewhere around 90 to 81, right around there in the low 170s. But I look for Memphis to take care of business. Sure, they don't have the flashy scores, but Pondexter stepped up nicely. Bayless, if he's under control, and I think he learned a lot from the errant shot that he took in Game 2 when he had a chance to force overtime. Instead of going to the rack, he took an errant 3-pointer. I think he learned a lot. The kid from Arizona can flat out play. And they need to get that production to help out Conley, take a little pressure off the point guard, and also to get Randolph freed up one-on-one, and, of course, Marc Gasol to hit his shots and stay consistent at home. So I'm going to go with Memphis. Line is 5.5. Got no problem laying that. I see them getting that last run like they do so many times on their home court, that last 8-2 run somewhere along the line to extend the lead, get it up to around 9-10 points, right around double digits, take care of business, and force Game 4 to make it a 2-1 series lead for San Antonio, with the Grizz having a chance to even things up on their home court. So there it is. I've got Memphis minus 5.5. My play on pregame.tv. VR, got one more play, and that'll be the Angels, the red hot Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, going up against Kansas City on a Sunday afternoon game, and I'll give you my take on that. We are pregame.tv. That's 3 out of 4. We're coming right back at you.